Hey, it's Eric here. In this video, we're going to talk about the best landing page builder. This is one of the three components of creating your own website, which I talked about in the previous video, which I'll link to in the comments. But let's go ahead and jump into it. So in this video, we're going to cover 5 things. First, we're going to talk about the templates available, which will help make the process a little faster instead of starting from scratch, if that's your preference. We're going to talk about the ability for each software to support full website capability. And by that, I mean more than just a page where people provide their email info to add on to your mailing list or to purchase products. Third thing we're going to talk about is configurable elements. These are just different types of things that are available for you to kind of drag and drop and pull into the page. Number 4 is content blocks. And there's going to be 2 flavors of this. We talk about one is a fully pre-designed block, which is similar to templates, but really it's a section of a web page. And then the other is what we call wireframe, which is more like a black and white sort of placeholder when you're trying to roughly sketch out what you want your web page to look like. Then the last thing we're going to talk about is mobile optimization. So I'm going to run you through a few screens based on how these softwares look today. And then hopefully this will help you make your decision between Groovepages and Leadpages. All right, so let's start with the templates, right? So on the Leadpages side, what you get when you log in is an abundance of templates that you can choose from, where you select one of these and you can swap out colors. Everything is configurable or changeable, but if you like the way something looks, you can grab that and begin using it right away. I've highlighted the search area here because if you wanted to start from blank, you can type blank into the search bar and create a template from a blank canvas. And then the other thing that I'm highlighting here is actually Leadpages has sorted their templates by conversion rate, which I think is good, but it's also a little bit misleading, right? Like conversion rates have so many variables depending on kind of what you're selling, who you're putting it in front of, how good is your copywriting. So the conversion rate might be a little bit misleading in terms of a feature, but it is a data point that they have. So they're really trying to market that and make the most of it. When you go over to Groovepages, for example, they have far fewer templates because of what I just described, where um, it's more about making sure that you have your own copy dialed in. They're not necessarily going to give you, hundreds and hundreds of templates, at least not right now. But what they do give you, they give you the start from scratch templates, same as Leadpages. But if you look in the circle at the top, they also give you ability where what they do have is more comprehensive in terms of building out a complete 5-page site, for example, with a home page, about page, contact page, services page, something like that. You will have a pre-designed set of pages that go together. And similarly, if you're more into marketing and you deal with marketing funnels where you have sort of a landing page and a thank you page, um, they will have those things designed: landing page, thank you page, upsell. You will have a pre-designed group of pages, so the look and feel is similar, but you definitely could recreate the same thing within Leadpages. You also have the ability to actually save your own template. So if you can do this with pages or blocks within Groovepages. If you've designed something that you think you're going to want to reuse, so specifically for me, like for my footer that I use at the bottom of my site, I don't want to have to redesign that every time. So I can save that as a reusable block. Or if I like the page, I can save the page as a template and swap out certain elements, for what I want to change on the next page of the site. All right. The other thing, I've left this page so you can get a sense of what it looks like. The right page is the actual Canvas editor, which I'm not doing any editing right now. I'm just giving this to you so you can see what the UX looks like. And the thing that I'm calling out here is that Leadpages has a good number of elements. You can pull different things in. There are a few more above. They call them widgets. But one thing that they want you to upgrade for is the ability to do checkouts and have that integrated within Leadpages. So if you want to do e-commerce, then you would have to upgrade from the plan which I'm on, which is 297 a year, I think now, to whatever the next plan is to be able to have this capability. On the Groovepages front, they have all of the different elements that Leadpages has, but they also have a lot more. The ones I decided to showcase here are the ones for the devices. If you ever see ads where you wonder like how people got their product to show up on a laptop or a watch or what have you, that this is how they do that. So you have those. Groovepages also has the checkout elements as well, and those are not they're not part of an upgrade that you have to do to be able to access them. So that works well. In terms of the next topic on wireframes versus design blocks, I talked a little bit about what those were. So in both cases, you do have wireframes. So we're looking at Leadpages again here, and I filtered on the contact us wireframes. And one of the things you'll notice about wireframes is they are commonly more sort of like black and white. Like I mentioned, they're placeholders. Whereas in Groovepages, they do have the wireframe option, but they also have some pre-designed blocks that are more in color. So where Leadpages had a lot of templates, Groovepages has many more individual blocks for you to mix and match, both on a wireframe basis and on a pre-designed block basis. One last thing I'm going to hit while we're still on this page is this topic of the mobile optimization. Right now, Groovepages is a software that's in beta, so it is being worked on a lot. And the good thing about it is users are able to provide a lot of feedback in terms of wish list items and see those get incorporated. But one of the things that some people have struggled with is on the mobile optimization. I personally like it. It's cut off a little bit, but you can see you really have the option to kind of go in and tweak the different size screens. So from right to left, it's computer, um, then laptop. I can't remember what the middle one is, and then it's tablet, and then the actual mobile device. So you can actually go in and be very prescriptive about how you want this to present on each device, which is great in terms of customization. On the Leadpages side, it's really a design once scenario, and it does work on mobile, but you don't have any control over maybe certain images, for example, you don't want to display on mobile because of how much space it takes up. And Groovepages gives you the flexibility to do that. So for me, Groovepages, even though it's in beta, it really is a software that I'm starting to go all in on myself and move my sites over to it. So to recap kind of what we covered when looking at which one of these is a better page builder. Um, Page templates gave Leadpages the advantage there, but Groovepages does have that. Pre-designed sites, as you saw on the screen, gave that to Groovepages. Leadpages didn't really have that. It's really more of a individual page solution, but a savvy person can build out a full site there. Configurable elements. Leadpages may have more if you upgrade, but comparing the versions that I have right now, which is the most common, definitely give Groovepages the advantages there. Wireframe blocks, I think it was pretty much a push. Design blocks gave to Groovepages, and then mobile optimization gave the advantage to Leadpages there. In terms of price, right now, I mentioned Leadpages is $297 a year. Groovepages is actually offering Groovepages for free, which I strongly recommend you try if you're thinking about building out websites. The only limitation there is it will have a tiny footer at the bottom that says created by Groovepages. But that's really the only drawback. Even with their free site, actually, if we do side by side comparison, Leadpages, for example, allows you to connect one domain with unlimited pages, where Groovepages allows you to connect 3 custom domains. If you're running 3 businesses, for example, you can have 3 different sites running for free on Groovepages. So if you're interested in saying more about that, go ahead and click the link I'm going to leave in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.